Welcome to another episode of What It Is. I'm Kelly McKinney of Hohenheim Productions.
And I'm Josh Gibson of Fourth Wall Players.
And this week we come to you to discuss something exotic and dangerous. Nicolas Cage.
Is exotic and
he's
dangerous.
He's going to play the Tiger King.
Oh.
Yeah, we've got a story here from Hollywood Reporter about it. And I've also seen clips of, what is it?
Like the face-over things?
Jimmy Fallon doing his impression of Nicolas Cage as the Tiger King.
That's kind of funny, actually. I did not see that.
Well, see, this is the thing, is that I expected Jimmy Fallon to do just a little better at you know what I mean? Like, there were some common things that Nicolas Cage does that he needed to really hit. And it was just like, for whatever reason, too much Tiger King was coming through, and like, I feel like all you needed to do was
just be Nicolas Cage.
Just be Nicolas Cage, but just say things the Tiger King would say as Nicolas Cage, because the costume takes care of it, right? But so,
can I just say that I'm like personally offended that they did not cast Danny McBride as the Tiger King?
Okay, but see, this is now like my mind just boom, mind blown, right? Okay, but this is the thing. So
I've never watched the show. I watched.
Okay, I guess one thing is I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so the project based on Netflix.
What the hell is American Vandal? Why is there like an American everything now? Sorry.
Right? No, it's like it's a.
I'm very behind on television shows.
Do you have something wrong with an incredibly original name for a television show?
No. Show me one.
Okay. Yeah, he's headed to television as Joe Exotic, the subject of Netflix breakdown docuseries Tiger King, Murder, Mayhem, and Madness. 8-episode scripted series, CBS. I'm just trying to figure out if this is going to be another like docu-series where they're like kind of doing like a docudrama, or if it's going to be a comedy. Because if it's going to be a comedy, I'd say yes, Danny McBride.
Yeah.
Right? If it was going to be a comedy. But if this is supposed to be like fucking serious,
you'd cast Nicolas Cage?
I would cast Nicolas out of all the fucking people. And think about the roles, and when you look at the resemblance again, right? Like, you take a look at the fucking resemblance.
I guess.
Like, if he was going to put it out and his all and humanize someone that, although we can see as human, but just sort of vile and disgusting, like, if he had any chance, the fucking psychopath Nicolas Cage, okay, playing the psychopath Joe Exotic is fucking brilliant. I feel like it's a brilliant casting choice, and it could be either completely horrendous, which would be right in line with what you'd expect from Nicolas Cage, or it'll be like one of those fucking breakout drama roles.
Although, you know, now that you mentioned it, Nicolas Cage is due for his upswing of movies and roles again. He kind of goes up and down. He like has a roller coaster.
Well, so when you take a look at Con Air, it's a great movie and an awful movie at the same fucking time.
But it's so amazing.
It's so fun. It's so fun. You ignore all the dumb shit.
It's the perfect movie.
We just hear Con Air. Die Hard fans storming the key.
Oh no, I love Die Hard.
Yeah.
Also,
but like my point being is, like, you know, besides Con Air though, like I think of, you know, The Weatherman. I think of Family Man, and coincidentally enough, 2 man movies with Nicolas Cage.
I liked him in The Rock too.
The Rock, yeah. I mean, seeing that, like, that was in like the same era of action movies, with him, and
it was like a year after. Then they did like Face Off.
Right, yeah, and Snake Eyes, and what is it, 8mm or something?
Was he in Fear and Loathing, or was he in Leaving Las Vegas? Which Las Vegas was he in?
It was Leaving Las Vegas.
Right, and then Johnny Depp was Fear and
Johnny
Loathing.
Depp, and yes, exactly.
Anyway, Nicolas Cage is Tiger King.
Yeah, so like I just feel like it could potentially be like the role for this could be an incredible drama for Nicolas Cage to humanize someone who in a documentary series of all things, when you see people raw and when they're just putting it all on for the camera, if we saw something where Joe Exotic wasn't putting it on for the camera, but Nicolas Cage is putting it on for the camera, it's just a tricky fucking role too.
Yeah.
Like, because you're playing someone that we're familiar with as a pop culture idol because of the Netflix series. Mm-hmm. So
I saw somebody mention they thought David Spade as Joe Dirt should play Joe Exotic. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so maybe Nicolas Cage would be good at that.
yeah, because this is one of those things. It's like, this is why this is so explosive as
right.
with Nicolas Cage, because this right here, it will explore how Joe became Joe Exotic and how he lost himself to a character of his own creation. So Nicolas Cage lost himself to the character and monster we know as Nicolas Cage, playing a man. This is a dude disguised as a dude playing a dude who's playing another dude.
Yep.
It's a lot like that.
It's like I can't say it fast. Synecdoche, New York, with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes, right. And so,
we got actors to play him and all his friends, and then had to get actors to play the actors because how the actors are in his life. And like somehow all of New York City fits inside Manhattan building. I don't understand that. I need to watch that again.
Yeah, it was.
And then the girl whose house is constantly on fire. What was that about?
Right. Yeah, it's all symbols. Very, very, very interesting. But again, with Nicolas Cage.
Sorry.
But yeah, like, so this sounds like it's supposed to be a drama, and so this is just like I said, it's like one of those things,
or like one of those like dark comedy drama things,
right? And so it's either going to be just horrendous, or it could be like really, touching,
This will be his first TV show.
Right. Yes. Yeah. It's his first entry into television. Which, this is the thing, is that it's so funny to me when you think about the old '90s and early 2000s stigma of TV is where stars go to die, right after they don't have a career in Hollywood. Now
it's completely flipped.
It's completely flipped. People are. People still want the $80 million movie deal.
Well, who doesn't?
Right. But at the same time, to be idolized over the course of years in a Netflix series where people get to cling on to these characters and build relationships with them is now the new stardom,
Yeah. Speaking of which, I just want to give a quick shout out. I don't know the channel, but Kevin James has a channel, and he's been putting up like short movies and stuff like that this whole quarantine, and I find them and they're really freaking funny. My favorite series is like him as the sound guy, like putting himself like digitally into different famous movies. So like there's like he puts himself into the Notebook in place of Rachel McAdams in a scene, and so like Ryan Gosling's like yelling at him, and it's just like, what do you want? What do you want? And he's just like, I just want a sound check. What do you want? It's really funny. You should check it out.
We're shouting out quarantine celebrities right now. Jim Gaffigan has been doing dinner with the family, as well as releasing videos from him on his YouTube channel where he's been like eating, like he went to Kansas City barbecue, like a giant platter of it.
Sounds
from
delicious.
all the different places in Kansas City that are kind of, not from all of them, but like from a couple of different places, and it's really cool. It's really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, so everyone's down to earth right now. But yeah, so what do you think about, obviously, Nicolas Cage?
Is that what we're talking about?
As Joe Exotic.
We're still talking about
Tiger
Nicolas
King.
Cage as Joe Exotic.
That's it.
So what do you think about it?
Yeah, what do you think about it? Is it going to be horrendous? Should Danny McBride play him instead in a comedy series?
I think that's a given, but it sounds like Kate McKinnon's making a comedy one too, so.
Comments down below.
Let us know.
Boom.
In the pursuit of villainy, you, the viewer, must like and subscribe. To support evil in a more intimate way, visit our Patreon page. Also, we have a new movie on Amazon Prime called The Here and Now. Find it, or it's your doom.